for 10th standard. This lesson name is circles. So last class I have explained one important theorem. What is that? Length of tangents from an extended point to a circle are equal. So based on that we will do the sums. So the first question is, first of all they given one figure. I will draw here one circle. OP is the radius, OQ is the radius, and T is an external point. Now we see this question. Now we see this figure. In this one they given T is an external point of the circle, and from T they are giving two tangents. So PT and QT both are two tangents from the point T. And now you see O is the center of the circle. And what about P and Q? P is the point of contact of this tangent and Q is the point of contact of the tangent QT. Isn't it? See here from this figure what you can understand? PT and QT. PT and QT both are tangents, and these two tangents are drawing from which point? From the point T, and they have given one angle. What is that? Angle POQ is 110. What they given? The angle POQ is 110 degree. So what you want to prove is you want to find angle P, T, Q. Now we say how to find angle P, T, Q. See, PT is a tangent of the circle, isn't it? PT is a tangent of the circle, and you know P is the point of contact. So the radius is drawing from this point of contact. That means what you can say? Radius is perpendicular to tangent. Isn't it? Similarly, you see QT is a tangent and that is its point of contact is Q. Radius is drawing through this point of contact. So that means what you can say? Radius is perpendicular to tangent. So what you can say? These two are tangents. P and Q are points of contact. The radius is drawing through this point of contact. So we can say by using the theorem, radius is perpendicular to tangent. So that means this. Now we see here this angle they given 110 degree. This angle we are getting 90 degree. And this angle we are getting 90 degree. What do you want to find? You want to find angle PTQ. So see here, this is in the shape of a quadrilateral, isn't it? It has four sides. That means it is in the shape of a quadrilateral, isn't it? So what is the sum of angles of a quadrilateral? That is 360 degree. You have studied in 9th standard. When you are giving one four-sided shape, the sum of all angles, what is that? 360 degree. So what you can say? Angle PTQ plus angle, otherwise we will write it as, see, angle T plus angle P plus angle Q plus angle O equal to 360 degree. Why the four angles sum is 360 degree? That is one property. When you are giving one quadrilateral, sum of all angles is 360 degree. Now angle T we want to find. So write same angle T plus what is angle P? 90 degree. Substitute the value. Angle Q is 90 degree. Angle O that is 110 degree equal to 360. Now you add these three angles. 90 plus 90, 180. 180 plus 110, 180 plus 110, you will get 290. So angle T plus 290 equal to 360 degree. Now how you will find angle T? Shift 290 degree to the right side. So what you will get? Angle T equal to 360 minus 290. That means these two angles you should subtract. 360 when you are subtracting to 290, you will get 70 degree. So what you are getting? We are getting angle T is 70 degree. So this one you will get 70 degree. So angle PTQ is 70 degree. So this angle formed on the center is 110 degree. So what is the angle formed on the point which is meeting the tangents? That is 70 degree. This is 110, 70. Sum is 180. Isn't it? Now the next question I will read now. If tangents PA and PB from a point P to a circle with the center O are inclined to each other at an angle of 80 degree. What you can understand from the question? If tangents PA and PB, tangents PA and PB from which point? From point P. So from point P means P is the external point. From this external point you should draw two tangents. The tangents name they given PA and PB. These two tangents are drawing to a circle. And they have given this circle with the center O. The circle with the center O. And one conditions they are given, if tangents PA and PB from a point P to a circle with the center O are inclined to each other. That means these two tangents are inclined. That means these two tangents are forming angle. When these two tangents are meeting each other, there is forming one angle they given, that is 80 degree. See again, see. They given these two tangents are inclined each other by forming angle 80 degree. Inclined means these two tangents when meeting each other, there is forming one angle. The angle they given 80 degree. What you want to find means you want to find angle POA. What you want to find? You want to find angle POA. How to find angle POA? First of all, you should join OA and OB. You know A and B are the point of contact, and these two radius are drawing from the point of contact. See here, OA is drawing from A and OB is also drawing from B. So these two radius are drawing from point of contact. So by using theorem, what you can say? Radius is perpendicular to tangent. And here what is the angle? 90 degree. What is the reason? Radius is perpendicular to tangent. So see this quadrilateral. So now when you are seeing, you will get PAOB is a quadrilateral. So it has 4 angles. 3 angles they given. So how to find the 4th angle? Add all the angles and subtract it by 360 degree. So what will you get? 90 plus 80 is 170. 170 plus 90 is 260. Now 360 when you are subtracting to 260, what you will get? 100. Isn't it? So what is that? These 3 angles we know. How to find the 4th angle? 3 angles you should add. You will get 260. Then total angle is 360. 360 when you subtract into 260, you will get 100 degree. So what is angle AOB? Angle AOB is 100 degree. What do you want to find? You want to find angle POA. Again you see, we are getting angle AOB 90 degree. But we want one of its path. So how to find that? First of all, you consider triangle POA and now we consider the two triangles POA and POB. When you consider these two triangles, consider these two triangles. When you consider these two triangles, you know length of tangents are equal. So that theorem we have studied. What is that? Length of tangents from an external point to a circle are equal. So which are the tangents here? PA and PB. Both are tangents from the external point P. So what you can say? PA and PB are same. PA equal to PB. PA equal to PB. Now what about OA and OB? Both are radius of the circle. You know radius are same. Okay. So what is the? Have you seen this figure? You know OA and OB are radius of the circle and they are same, isn't it? So what you can say? OA equal to OB. What is the reason? Both are radius of the circle. So radius of the circle, if you are taking one circle, its radius will not change, isn't it? Now we see, what about this angle? Angle PAO is 90 degree. Similarly, what you can say? Angle PBO also 90 degree. What is that? PAO, that is 90 degree. PBO also 90 degree. That means what? These two angles are equal. Angle PAO equal to angle PBO. Now we see what we are getting. Two sides and its included angle of this first triangle are equal to two sides and included angle of the second triangle. Isn't it? Two sides of this triangle are equal to two sides of this one. Isn't it? Two sides is there. Yes, yes. And this angle is included between these two sides. So, by SAS rules, what you can say? These two triangles are congruent. So, what you can say? Triangle PAO congruent to triangle PBO. Now we see, we are getting triangle PAO congruent to triangle PBO. So, two triangles are congruent means what you can say? Corresponding parts are equal. Corresponding parts means corresponding sides, corresponding angles. They are all equal. So, what you can say? Angle POA is corresponding to which angle? Angle POA is corresponding to, you know, from this triangle, P is corresponding to P. O is corresponding to O. A is corresponding to B. So, what you will get? Angle POA. Angle POA equal to angle POB. POA and POB both are same. These two angles are same. If these two angles are same means how to find one of its part? Both are equally dividing. Both are equally dividing means one of its part is half of 100, isn't it? See here. We proved now angle AOB is 100 degree and this angle is dividing into two equal parts. That only we proved now. Okay, so this angle is dividing into two parts means how to find one of its parts? What you will do? Take the half of that. Again you see total angle is 100 degree. That means total angle 100 degree. These two angles are same. So what is each part? Each part is 50 degree. These two angles are same means both should be 50 degree. Then only you will get the total angle 100 degree. Isn't it? See here. These two angles are same and total angle you know 100 degree. So what is one of its part? That is 50 degree. So what is angle POA? That is 50 degree. Now I will read the next question. Question is, prove that the tangents drawn at the ends of a diameter of a circle are parallel. Prove that you see, this is the question. Question is, prove that the tangents drawn at the ends of a diameter of a circle are parallel. So what you can understand from the question? If you can't understand, first of all, the figure they didn't give. So see here, tangents drawn at the ends of a diameter of a circle. So what is a diameter of a circle? First of all, you draw one rough figure of a circle. And what is meant by diameter? Diameter means that is a line passing through the center. Isn't it? See here. First of all, you should draw one rough circle. Its center is O. So what is diameter? Line passing through the center. So the line name we can give A, B. See here. The diameter name I am giving A, B. Now again read the question. Tangents drawn at the end. Again read the question. Tangents drawn at the ends of a diameter. So what do you want to draw? You should draw which are the ends of the diameter, that is A and B. So these two ends, what you should draw? Two tangents. So what you should draw? You should draw tangents drawn at the ends of a diameter. Ends of the diameter is A and B. So at these ends you should draw tangents. So draw one tangent. Here one tangent we can draw. So through B also draw one tangent. Okay. So the tangent name we can give. This tangent name we are giving R, yes, and this tangent name we are giving P, Q. Again you read the question. Prove that the tangents drawn at the ends of a diameter of a circle. Till then you understood? So first of all, draw one circle, its center is O, draw its diameter and draw two tangents at its ends. Give the name for the tangents. So I am giving here the name RS and PQ. What do you want to prove? Tangents are parallel. What do you want to prove? Tangents, these two tangents are parallel. So you want to prove RS is parallel to PQ. So what do you want to prove? you want to prove these two tangents are parallel. Parallel means the two lines will not intersect. So how to prove that? First of all, you see, RS is a tangent. RS is the tangent. What is its point of contact? Point of contact is A. So, you know OA is the radius drawing through the point of contact, isn't it? RS is a tangent. Its point of contact is A. Through A, we are drawing one radius. So, that means what you can say? Radius is perpendicular to tangent. So, what is the angle formed here? 90 degree. Now, here also 90 degree. So, what is angle formed on? Angle formed here, that is 90 degrees. See here, radius is perpendicular to tangent. So, here forms angle 90 degree. Here also forming 90 degree. Now, you see, PQ is the tangent. PQ is the tangent. Its point of contact is B. What is its point of contact? B. And you know OB is the radius drawing through this point of contact. So what you can say? Radius is perpendicular to tangent. So here forms angle 90 degree. What about this angle? This angle also 90 degree. What is the reason? These two are perpendicular. OB is perpendicular to PQ. So now you see we are getting these two angles 90 degree. Here also forming 90 degree. Can you say angle RAO equal to angle QBO? Can you say angle RAO is equal to angle QBO? They are equal. What is the reason? Both are 90 degree. Both are 90 degree. That means they are same. So what you can say? Angle RAO equal to angle QBO. So that means again you see RS and PQ are two lines intersected by the transversal AB, and we are getting this angle is 90 degree and this one also 90 degree. So these type of angles we will give one name. What is that? Alternate interior angles, isn't it? These two lines are intersected by a transversal AB and we are getting these two angles are equal. So these type of angles we are calling one name. What is that? Alternate interior angles. So when you are getting alternate interior angles are equal, what you can say? Two lines are parallel. So this is the property of parallel lines you have studied in previous classes. What is that? What is the property of parallel lines? When you are giving two lines intersected by a transversal, if its alternate interior angles are equal, then we can say the two lines are parallel. So see here we are getting these two angles are equal and you know that two angles are alternate interior angles. If they are alternate interior angles, what you can say? These two lines are parallel. What you can say? RS is parallel to PQs. So these are the, by using the properties of parallel lines, we are proving this one. Okay, so we are getting these two lines are parallel. Now you see the next question, that is prove that the perpendicular at the point of contact passes through the center. The perpendicular of the point of, wait, one mistake is the perpendicular at the point of contact see the question. The question is prove that the perpendicular at the point of contact to the tangent of a circle passes through the center. The perpendicular at the point of contact to the tangent of a circle passes through the center. If you can't understand what and all, you can find from this question. They are saying about one perpendicular and they are saying about point of contact. They are saying about tangent. So first of all, what we should do? Draw one circle. Take the center as O. And they are saying about one tangent. Draw one tangent. Point of contact. So take the point of contact as A. And they given the perpendicular at the point of contact. The perpendicular at the point of contact to the tangent. You are drawing one perpendicular. Perpendicular is drawing from this point of contact. One perpendicular is drawing from this point of contact. And that perpendicular is, how you are getting perpendicular? That line is perpendicular to the tangent. Again you see the perpendicular at the point of contact to the tangent of a circle. So there is one line. That line is perpendicular to which one? To the tangent. So take the tangent name as PQ. So they given one tangent PQ. The tangent is perpendicular. And that perpendicular is drawing through this point of contact. So what you want to prove means that perpendicular line should pass through this center. What do you want to prove? That perpendicular line should pass through this center. Again I will say, see here. First of all, you know tangent is perpendicular to radius, isn't it? When you are drawing one radius through this point of contact, what you can say? Radius is perpendicular to tangent. So what you are getting? OA is perpendicular to PQ. So now we say OA is a perpendicular line. And that is at the point of contact. This perpendicular is you are getting at this point of contact, isn't it? Now you see that perpendicular, how you are getting? That is perpendicular to the tangent. This OA is perpendicular to the tangent. And what is the main condition? What do you want to prove? That perpendicular should pass us through the center. Already you see? This line is passing through the center. What is the reason? Because radius is perpendicular to the tangent. So when you are drawing one perpendicular line to the point of contact, what you will get? The line should pass us through the center. By using which theorem we are saying? Because radius is perpendicular to tangent. Okay. This one is easy only. Already you have studied the theorem. Radius is perpendicular to tangent. So directly we are applying here. So they are saying about one tangent that is perpendicular to one line. So that line is passing through the point of contact. What do you want to prove? That line should pass us through the center. That you want to prove. But you know radius is perpendicular to tangent. So directly what you can say? That line is passing through the center. Now we see the next question. What is the question? The length of tangent from a point A to a distance 5 cm from the center of the circle is 4 cm. Find the radius of the circle. When you are reading the question, what you will think? It's so difficult. So what you will do? First words you read the length of tangent. So you know there is one circle and they given the length of tangent. What they given? The length of tangent and continue here. Length of tangent is 4 cm. How you can understand the question? See the first part, the length of tangent they given and this ending line is 4 cm. So they given one length of tangent they given 4 cm, isn't it? See here. So first of all, what we should do? what should do? Draw one circle. Its center O. And what should do? Draw one tangent. So tangent name I am giving AB. So see here, the length of tangent from a point A. The length of tangent from a point A. That means from this point A we are drawing the tangent. So A is the external point. So this point where will be then? That is an external point outside the circle. From this point draw one tangent. The point of contact of the tangent is B. Now the length of tangent what they given? 4 centimeter. So measurement you should give the 4 centimeter. Now we again continue the question. The length of tangent from a point A. From a point A. See from here again you read from a point to a distance 5 centimeter from the center of the circle. Again you read from a point A to a distance from a point A to a distance 5 centimeter from the center of the circle. That means this point A and O both are having distance 5 centimeter. So the distance from the center to this point A they given 5 centimeter. Again you read the question. From a point A to a distance 5 centimeter from the center of the circle. So from this center of the circle it is forming distance 5 centimeter. What do you want to find? You want to find the radius of the circle. From this given figure which is the radius? OB is the radius. Now how to find that? You know B is the point of contact. OB is drawing through this point of contact. So by using theorem what you can say? Tangent is perpendicular to radius. So when you are considering this triangle OPA, you will get this triangle is a right angle triangle. Isn't it? This is a right angle triangle. So this measurement is 4 centimeter. This one is 5 centimeter. So this triangle is a right angle triangle means what you can apply? We can apply Pythagoras theorem. What is Pythagoras theorem? So you will apply which is the hypotenuse. OA is the hypotenuse. So when you apply Pythagoras theorem, you will get OA square equal to OB square plus AB square. Here the opposite side of angle 90 degree is OA. So that is the hypotenuse. So what do you by apply Pythagoras theorem? What you can write? OA square equal to OB square plus AB square. What is OA? 5 centimeter. So OA square is 5 square equal to OB square plus substitute the value of AB, that is 4. So 4 square. What is 5 square? 5 5s are 25 equal to OB square. What is 4 square? 4 square means 4 4s are 16. Now 16 when you shifting to the left side, what you will get? 25 minus 16 equal to OB square. So what you will get? You will get 9 equal to OB square. So you are getting OB square. What you will get? 9. So how to find OB? Take the square root of 9. What is square root of 9? 3 3s are 9. So what is square root of 9? 3 is OB. So the radius of the circle is 3 centimeter. Now we see the next question. Question is two concentric circles are of radii 5 centimeter and 3 centimeter. Two concentric circle. What is meant by concentric circle? Concentric circle means two circles both are having same center. So what is meant by concentric circles? That means two circles which are having same center. So when you are drawing like that, draw two circles which are having same center. See, this smaller circle having center O and larger circle also we will get the center O. And they given the radius of the larger circle is 5 centimeter, radius of the smaller circle is 3 centimeter. Now, what do you want to find? You want to find the length of the chord of the larger circle. What is meant by chord? Chord means that is a line segment which is touching 2 points on a circle. So, you want to find the length of the chord of which circle? Of larger circle. So, they are saying about one chord and that is drawing for the larger circle. And again you read which touches the smaller circle. This chord of the larger circle which touches the smaller circle. So how you can draw the chord? So chord you should draw like this. See here, this one is the chord. We can give the name AP. See here, AB is the chord of this larger circle. But you can see this chord is touching the smaller circle, isn't it? Now you see, when you see it like this, you are getting AB is the tangent of the smaller circle. See this given figure, AB is the chord of the larger circle. That is touching the smaller circle. So what you will get? AB will be the tangent of the smaller circle. What is the reason? The chord is touching the smaller circle. That means this line AB is the tangent of the smaller circle. Point of contact, we can take it as P. Join O and P. So what you can say? OP perpendicular to PB. What is the reason? AB is the tangent. OP is the radius. So we can say AB perpendicular to OP. Here we say join OA. Join OA. OA means what is that? OA is the radius of the larger circle, isn't it? From the center you are drawing this line. That means OA is the radius of the larger circle. What is the radius of the larger circle? 5 centimeter. So OA is 5 centimeter. What is OP? OP is the radius of the smaller circle. What is that? 3 centimeter. So now how you will find AP? See this triangle. When you see this triangle, you will get this is a right angle triangle. So what you can apply? You can apply Pythagoras theorem. When you are applying Pythagoras theorem, which is the hypotenuse OA. So what do you get? OA square equal to AP square plus OP square. Substitute the values of OA and OP. What do you get? 5 square equal to AP square plus 3 square. 5 square is 25. 5 square is 25 equal to AP square plus 3 square is 9. Shift 9 to the left side. So what do you get? 25 minus 9 equal to AP square. So what do you get here? 16 equal to AP square. So how to find AP? Take the square root of 16. What is the square root of 16? 4 4s are 16. So what is the square root of 16? 4 is AP. So what you will get AP? AP will be 4. Now you see this perpendicular is bisecting the chord. See here OP is a perpendicular that is bisecting the chord. That means what? If this is 4, but you can say PB also 4. What is the reason? When you are drawing one perpendicular to a chord, that will bisects the chord. Bisects means this perpendicular divides the chord into 2 equal parts. So this part is 4. So here also 4. So what is the length of AB? You know this line AB, this much 4 and here also 4. So what is the length of AB? 4 plus 4, isn't it? So what is AB? 8 centimeter. This AB is the length of the chord of the larger circle, isn't it? This is the chord of the larger circle. So what you are getting? The length of the chord of the larger circle is 8 centimeter. So AB is 8 centimeter. So the chord length is 8 centimeter. Only the question is difficult to understand. When you are understanding that, it will be easy to find the answer. Okay, similar type of sums I will give as homework. Do that and send through WhatsApp. Thank you.